Coming up tonight on 18 Eyewitness News.
The investigation continues into a shootout that leaves a Farmington man dead. Also, the first Democrat announces his candidacy for Missouri's 3rd Senate District. Plus, authorities have identified the body found in DeSoto last week. All of these stories, and can we look forward to a warm-up this week?
News, sports, weather. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Fred Dawkins. Here's the top story we're working on. The investigation continues into the early Monday morning shootout that's left a 32-year-old Farmington man dead. Now, according to Farmington Police Chief Rick Baker, his department received a call from Tim Tucker, a local bail bond agent, who had located a bail jumper that he had been tracking for about 3 weeks. Now, the man failed to appear in court and had an active felony warrant for possession of a controlled substance. The subject had a gun and then barricaded himself in an apartment at the Townhouse Estates in Farmington. When the police arrived, they saw the jumper running from the apartment. Police gave chase but lost the subject near Henry Street. Now, working with a cellular provider, they located the subject near the corner of Karsh Boulevard and Washington Street. Chief Baker says his department, along with the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, converged on the location.
They located a subject on the property of USA Drug. He did have a handgun. They ordered him to drop the handgun. He actually went toward one of the deputies, raised the gun. Shots were fired from the suspect and officers. The St. Francis County deputy was shot in the leg and injured. He was transported to Parkland Hospital where he was treated and released earlier this morning. The suspect was shot at the scene and he is deceased.
Baker says Deputy Don Smith Jr. was the sheriff's officer injured in the shooting. As of press time, the suspect's name had not been released because the next of kin had not been reached. The Missouri State Highway Patrol is conducting an investigation into the shooting at the request of the Farmington Police Department. And now Dustin Kopp is here in the Storm Tracker Center with a look at our first forecast. Dustin?
Well, Fred, at this hour, we have temperatures right now in the 40s, 42 up in St. Louis, 41 here in Farmington, as well as in Fredericktown, down in Piedmont, 43, and Poplar Bluff right now at 43 degrees. What's in store for your bus stop in the morning? We'll see partly sunny skies. It's going to be a good morning for the bus stop. Temperature around 42 degrees, nothing too bad to complain about. We are going to continue to see some showers throughout the area tonight into early tomorrow morning, and then by your bus stop we should be sunny. More details on your nice weather forecast coming up later in weather.
State Representative Joe Fallert of St. Genevieve will run for Missouri's 3rd Senate District seat. Now, so far, Fallert is the only Democrat to announce his intention to run for that post. Fallert says although a number of issues still have to be resolved, including the size of the district, he felt now was the time to run for the Senate.
Well, as you know, with term limits, I only have 2 years left after this year, and the Senate seat falls open this year as an open seat with term limits taking Senator Engler out, so it just makes it more appealing than having to run 2 more years in the House and then sit out 2 years if I would want to take that attempt at the Senate again, and then obviously you'd be looking at probably running against an incumbent, so it's an open seat. I've enjoyed my time up there the last 6 years, or this is my 6th year, so it just seemed like the appropriate time.
Fallert notes while he is a Democrat, he has a conservative voting record, earning nearly 100% ratings with Missouri's right to life.
In general, on the actual legislation, such as in special session when we voted on the Missouri Life Science thing called MOSARA, I was only one of 9 Democrats that had voted against that based on the issues that Missouri Right to Life had. That's one. I've always been, while not a member of the NRA for several years, I have always been a gun advocate and have always got A rating since I've been in office from the National Rifle Association.
Fallert also recently became a small business owner in St. Genevieve. He has represented Missouri's 104th House District since 2006. Jefferson County authorities have identified the body found in the back of a pickup truck in DeSoto Wednesday night. Robert Powell Jr. of Hillsboro was reported missing Saturday, February the 11th, by a family member who hadn't heard from Powell in about a week. Powell's body was wrapped in a carpet pad and blue tarp in the bed of a pickup truck parked in the 5400 block of Morris Avenue. A man and a woman are under arrest in connection with the discovery of Powell's body, but they have not yet been charged. The investigation into his death is still ongoing. Anyone with information is asked to call the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office tip line at 636-797-5515. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, $1 million donation will help local colleges expand their outreach. That story is coming up tonight on 18 Eyewitness News. Three Rivers College will be expanding their Kennett area outreach efforts thanks to a donation by Emerson Electric. The company has donated their facility and property in Kennett to the college. Three Rivers trustees accepted the donation, valued at more than $1 million at their February board meeting. College President Dr. Devin Stevenson announced Three Rivers' intention to relocate their outreach center to the donated site at some time in the future. The gift comes at a very opportune time, Stevenson says, that their current Kennett facility has been packed to capacity for several semesters. The Missouri Department of Transportation will hold a public hearing next week to discuss improvements to Route 34 in Bollinger County. The event is scheduled next Thursday, March the 1st, from 4 until 7 in the afternoon at Woodlawn Elementary School in Marble Hill. MoDOT project manager Eric Kraft says the project will be a culmination of Route 34 improvements from Glen Allen to Marble Hill. Kraft said the project will also make Route 34 much safer.
We'll be looking at the same type of improvement where we are going to buy a little right-of-way, going to widen the road, and there's 2 or 3 curves through there that we're going to try to realign and flatten a little bit. And when we're done, we're going to end up with a road that's a little wider, and we'll have paved shoulders and a little better alignment. So it'll be a much safer roadway to drive on.
The roadway will also have rumble strips to alert drivers if they're drifting off the road. Kraft said the hearing will give folks the opportunity to learn more about the project and the right-of-ways which will need to be purchased. Construction on the project is expected to start sometime next spring. Well, still to come on 18 Eyewitness News, can the food you eat affect how well you breathe? Don Arnold tells us that doctors are taking a much closer look at the connection between asthma and soy. That's next in today's Your Health segment. But right now, Dustin Kopp is over in the Storm Tracker Center. He's making a last-minute check of our Storm Tracker 18 forecast, which is coming up next.
And welcome back as we head into your evening, late tonight into early tomorrow. We're going to continue to see showers and thunderstorms. However, that's going to be out of here by the bus stop in the morning. Temperatures are going to continue to be above normal for this time of year for the next few days, and then sunshine for your day tomorrow and the next couple of days as well. So what's in store for the next several days? We'll get to that in just a few minutes on your 7-day outlook. Right now here in southeast Missouri, temperatures are in the 40s, 43 in Marble Hill and Cape Girardeau, 41 right now in Fredericktown, 43 in Piedmont and Poplar Bluff, 42 in St. Louis, and Ironton right now at 44. We do have a little bit of wind chill, 35 right now up in St. Louis, 38 in Ironton, 35 in Rolla, 37 in Piedmont and Poplar Bluff, 37 right now in Ellington, 35 in Van Buren. Currently here at the station, we have a temperature of 41 degrees, some showers out there right now, maybe even a couple rumbles of thunder. It feels like 33 right now because that gusty wind coming out of the south at 17 miles per hour. Current humidity is at 52%, dew point right now at 29. What's in store for your forecast for tomorrow? We're going to be seeing a nice day here in southeast Missouri. That rainfall is going to push off out to the east into Illinois. We're going to see sunshine, plenty of it for your day on Tuesday. So tonight, your lows will be in the 40s, 41 up in St. Louis, 42 in Ironton, 41 in Piedmont and Poplar Bluff. We'll see a low around 42 as well as in Marble Hill and Cape Girardeau. So tonight, low around 40, scattered showers and thunderstorms, south wind 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow, it's going to be a nice day, 55, partly sunny skies, west wind 10 to 20 miles per hour. So the next several days are looking pretty nice, at least until Friday. We may see some rain moving in on Thursday, however. On Wednesday, 61 degrees for your overall high with partly sunny skies. Chance of rain on Thursday with the high of 62. 44 colder on Friday with partly sunny skies. Mostly sunny on Saturday. Your weekend's looking pretty decent. High 48. Warmer on Sunday with partly sunny skies. High of 55. And then the clouds return for your Monday with a high of 51. Another check of your weekend forecast for this coming weekend. High of 48 on Saturday. Mostly sunny skies. Low of 32. 55 on Sunday with partly sunny skies. That's check of your forecast. Fred, back to you.
Not a bad looking forecast, Dustin. Now Don Arnold is here with tonight's Your Health. Don?
If you're one of the 25 million Americans with asthma, you know the toll it can take, not only on your health, but on your wallet as well. The average asthma patient spends more than $3,000 a year in medical costs. But now a new national study says it's underway to test an inexpensive alternative, one that's as simple as taking a supplement. Clark Powell has the details.
For Katrina Muska-Duff, days like this are bittersweet. She enjoys spending time outdoors working in her garden, but knows that between the heat and the pollen, an asthma flare could be just a breath away.
Hot summer days like today with the humidity, a lot of times when there's the air quality alerts, I do feel, my asthma kick in a little bit.
Katrina makes sure to keep her rescue inhaler nearby just in case. But recently, she started trying something else. Katrina's part of a new national study to see if adding more soy to her diet can help her breathe easier.
Americans in general do not take a whole lot of soy, but the groups of folks who did seemed to have better lung function, and that made us think, well, maybe this is something that could improve their asthma as well.
Dr. John Mastronardi is an asthma specialist at Ohio State University Medical Center who is helping conduct the study. He says in places like Asia, where soy consumption is higher, asthma complications tend to be lower. So hundreds of patients are being recruited in the U.S. to take soy supplements twice a day to see if it can help them.
We have some very good drugs for asthma, and in a majority of patients they work pretty well. The problem is when the first-line medicines don't really work, then we're much more limited.
But if soy proves to be effective in helping to control symptoms, it could be a simple and inexpensive option for patients like Katrina.
I already take vitamins on a daily basis, so I thought maybe adding another supplement to my daily vitamin intake wouldn't be a big deal.
At Ohio State University Medical Center, this is Clark Powell reporting.
Doctors say there's an ingredient in soy that's a powerful anti-inflammatory agent that may help control asthma. The soy study will include asthma patients over the age of 12 and will be conducted in about a dozen states. The results are expected to be in the next couple of years.
Coming up in today's Your Life segment, the stronger your spouse is, the stronger your marriage. How to make it happen in today's Focus on the Family with Dr. Bill Meyer.
And coming up in sports, I'll have a look back at the Black River League tournament. The Blues played tough this weekend, but only came away with one victory. And Mizzou rolls over Texas A&M. These stories coming up in sports on 18 Eyewitness News.
This is 18 Eyewitness News. Sports.
The Black River League tournament concluded on Saturday with the third-place games and championships. In the girls' third-place game, Van Buren defeated South Iron 58-50, and the boys' third-place game took double overtime before the Clearwater Tigers prevailed over Van Buren 60-57. In the girls' championship, the Clearwater Lady Tigers defeated the Lesterville Lady Bearcats 54-50, and in the boys' championship, for the seventh time in 8 years, the South Iron Panthers are champions of the Black River League tournament as they downed Winona 56-47. And other boys' scores from over the weekend: Farmington downed Hillsboro 82-63. St. Genevieve hung on over Festus 69-67. Fredericktown 62, Valley Catholic 46, Bismarck big over Grandview 81-51. Marquand fell to Valley Caledonia 61-47. Perryville won over Central 63-48. It was Jefferson 56, Kingston 52, and DeSoto over Cape Notre Dame 50-49. In playing 2 games less than 24 hours apart, the Blues demonstrated they have the grit to play with the NHL's best, even if they didn't win both games. Saturday afternoon, Barrett Jackman broke a league-high 150-game scoreless drought, and Brian Elliott made 13 saves to lead the Blues to a 4-0 win over the Minnesota Wild, picking up their league-best 26th home win. Sunday, the note traveled to Chicago, but came up on the short end of a 3-2 score against the Blackhawks. Since 2003, the Cardinals have never reached the postseason without a significant contribution from Chris Carpenter. They have missed only once with him available. Coupled with Carpenter's monstrous innings load last season, the 2005 National League Cy Young Award winner's obvious connection to success and failure has prompted the club to strongly consider modifying his program for this spring. Carpenter, manager Mike Matheny, and pitching coach Derek Lilliquist have confirmed ongoing discussions about Carpenter skipping 1 or even 2 starts this spring as he readies for the projected opening day start against the Miami Marlins. Matheny described 3 options. Carpenter could skip 2 starts, 1 start, or none. However, a modification appears highly likely since the notion of modifying Carpenter's spring program began before Dave Duncan stepped down as pitching coach last month. And Missouri has so many options on offense that it's not surprising when different players step up to help the Tigers keep winning. Kim English scored 21 points and Michael Dixon added 15 on a day when Ricardo Ratliff was held to just 4 points, leading number 3 Mizzou to a 71-62 win over Texas A&M on Saturday. It was Missouri's 12th Big 12 win, which ties a school record for most in a season. The Tigers are back in action Tuesday night when they host Kansas State at Mizzou Arena. And that's a look at sports. We'll be back with tonight's Your Life segment right after this on 18 Eyewitness News.
I'm Stacey Johnson. If you're out of work, you're certainly not alone. But what might help is some free job training. And I've got 3 sources where you're going to find it just ahead on Money Talks News.
Marriage is tough enough, sometimes without major life crises coming into play. Now, in today's Focus on the Family, Dr. Bill Meyer takes a look at the glue that will help couples stay together no matter what.
I worked on a burn unit, which was interesting, and there was a lot of divorce after somebody had a serious injury. What is it that makes us stay in a relationship?
Why are some couples able to weather life's worst storms together, while other marriages just can't take the stress?
I've heard before, well, he's not who I married. And I think, well, thank God. That should be a good thing.
Amy's right. One thing you can count on in marriage is that things are going to change. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. But that's what wedding vows are all about.
We didn't leave a back door. Divorce was never an option.
Divorce is never an option.
Just decide that you're in it for the long haul. You're in it till death do us part.
And we're going to work through whatever problems we had. We're married, and you're stuck with me, and that's it.
Along with an ironclad commitment to their marriage, the Tyndales also try to encourage each other's personal growth.
Realizing maybe what each of our lifetime goals are, discovering those about your mate, and doing whatever you can to help them achieve their goals. You really need to make a conscious effort to keep growing together.
And being deliberate about building up your mate's self-esteem is important too, when talking to them or talking about them.
Some men have a tendency to talk down their wives, the old lady, whatever. Never ever do that.
What do I tell my friends? If I'm going to go out and have dessert night with the girls, am I going to disparage him the whole time, or am I going to tell him how great he is?
Positive words, common goals, and solid commitment. Those ingredients will help any marriage weather even the most challenging storms. For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
For more valuable information on life's issues, relationships, and family, you can visit FocusOnTheFamilyTV.com. If you're one of the millions of Americans now scrambling for work, you know it pays to do everything possible to find a new job or even start a new career. Today, Money reporter Stacey Johnson has some ideas on free resources that might just help.
You've got skills that we're going to point out to you. You did time management, you raised children, you had to organize things. And some of those skills will help you with and point out to you on how to sell yourself.
It's called the AARP Work Search Program. If you're over 50 and qualify, AARP staff will help you update your resume, help you with job leads, even get those eligible started with a job at a local nonprofit. Not old enough? Try a state-sponsored career center like this, either in person or online at the Department of Labor's Career One-Stop website. Either way, you'll find plenty of resources for both jobs and job training. Goodwill might also help. While their core goal is to employ the disabled, they also offer job training in various careers, as well as helping with job searches, resume writing, and interviewing. And if you're ready to take the leap to becoming self-employed, start with the SBA. Their SCORE program is staffed by experienced volunteers standing by with expert advice to help you get started.
You just need to get up every day and go someplace and feel productive. And that's what ARP helped me with.
Bottom line, being out of work is certainly no fun, but sometimes when one door closes, another one opens. So find some free resources and start knocking. Need more tips? They're right here at moneytalksnews.com. I'm Stacy Johnson.
Want to see those tips again and the video that Stacy mentioned? Head on over to moneytalksnews.com. Dustin, it was certainly a pretty good-looking weekend out there. Your forecast came true. Is it going to last?
It's not going to last. At least tonight it's not going to last. So we saw a nice day today. Tonight we've got some showers and thunderstorms moving through, but tomorrow we're going to see more sunshine move through, and temperatures are going to start going up a little bit.
Oh, I can't wait.
But I have some bad news. We're going to start seeing temperatures go back down towards the end of the week. So enjoy it while it lasts.
I had a person call me on the big morning show this morning, and they said, Fred, you're pretty good at predicting weather. Any more snow for us?
It's not looking too prominent in the next couple of weeks. We may every now and then get maybe a flurry here or there, but still, we still got several weeks to go. Just keep an eye out. Be prepared. You never know.
We got what, about 28 days left until spring.
Yep, about a month.
So not too bad.
Yep.
Folks, that does it for our newscast. Thank you for being here. Join us again tomorrow with more on 18 Eyewitness News. Have a good evening. God bless you and your family, and good night.
Good night, everybody. Newswatch is next.